Hi, friends.
We're back.
Here we are. We're back. If you'll remember from last episode, we've been showing you all of our sustainable products.
Yeah, our favorite eco-friendly swaps. And I think we'll start off by staying in the kitchen because we were talking a lot about some kitchen products, and I still have more kitchen to go. I don't know about your pile.
I think I have two things for the kitchen, so you can start.
Okay. So in the kitchen, something else that James wanted to share was one of his favorite swaps was from plastic water bottles to his refillable Brita filter water bottle.
Nice.
So this actually does have a filter still in it, but that means that when he's on the road and he goes somewhere, he could fill it from any kind of sink or whatever he can find, and it's filtered for him. Okay, so the downfall to that is that you obviously have to buy cartridges to refill, but he's saving a lot on the plastic bottle itself. He also likes, and told me to mention, just sparkling water in a can. He likes his, sparkling waters, flavored waters in can form. And I will say that I also enjoy a liquid death from time to time, which is just water in a can, and I really like that. Also, Brita filter wise, when we lived in Lakewood, we didn't have a fancy fridge that has filtered water.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's when we purchased our first Brita filter, water jug. And so we still buy the cartridges for that. However, I recently learned that you can get a washable Brita cartridge. And all you do, I think, is replace the
charcoal inside?
The charcoal part of it, yes.
Perfect.
Which I like so much more. It might mean that I have to buy a new Brita a whole new Brita jug to start, but it might save me in the long run, not buying all that plastic and all the...
Sure.
Anyway.
And the thing with Brita pitchers is we had a Brita pitcher for a while. That we used for a while, and we just kept the pitcher, and now you can make homemade lemonade.
Exactly.
You just use it. Yes. You repurpose that too.
100%. That would never go in the trash. I would just continue to reuse it for other things.
It's also good for watering. I mean, you have the regular watering cans, but if you're outside and you want a big jug,
totally.
The Brita pitcher.
Yes.
If you're not using it for its intended purpose.
Yeah. What do you have for kitchen?
The last two things I think really for the kitchen is I see a lot of people buy either the cardboard, because I see it at the food store. They'll plastic wrap a couple of plastic salt and pepper shakers. I mean, that's quick and easy to get, but then when those are done, you're just tossing those little containers out. I'm quite sure they're not recyclable even. So we invested in getting the glass ones. Yeah. We also have one for the pepper. They're grinders at the top. They have the ceramic grinders inside. So that was just a conscious decision.
Yeah. So then you're just refilling the
salt.
So
we can refill those. I mean, we also have the small refillable ones. That's traditionally what we had.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have gone to the grinding. They like the bigger. I mean, when we were kids, it was all fine.
Right.
So you can step up your salt and pepper game and still do it sustainably, I guess is my point.
Can I just piggyback off of the salt for 1 second?
Yes.
Also, I will say, I don't know if other people do this or not. When I'm at a restaurant or getting fast food or whatever, and they're giving you tons of salt or sugar for your coffee, creamer for your coffee, ketchup packets, whatever, I'm saving all of that.
I know. It's like
I'm using it.
You're killing me. I can't wait till Mike sees this episode because he laughs at me for saving those, because I'll go and take I'll take all those little salt packets and I dump them into our smaller salt shakers. But I was like, they're just going to put this in the trash, or we're going to take it on the tray and we're going to put it in the trash. Right. That's so ridiculous to me.
Right. I don't know if anyone is taking their bags of, McDonald's, whatever fast food of your choice, and you have extras in the bottom and you're just taking that whole bag and chucking it in the trash. I don't know if that happens or not, but I personally am always using that stuff.
Yeah. We have a baggie in the silicone baggie in the bottom of the fridge, and that has some extra hot sauces from taco places or extra ketchup packets.
And here's what I do. So, okay, say I'm out of ketchup.
Oh,
So I will put it on the shopping list for eventually, but first I'm using what I have in the packet form.
Sure.
Kind of the same with napkins.
You're very young for having lived through the Depression.
So napkins are the same. Taco Bell will give us 50 napkins in a bag. And I'm telling you, I haven't had to buy napkins in
forever.
A long, long time.
Note to self, you'll be like, James, we ran out of napkins. Let's have some tacos tonight.
Right? I mean, truly, because they'll give us 50 more and it'll last forever. But what I will say, okay, I do have just cloth napkins always on hand. And at first we would only use these like when people would come over, or I would have a formal dinner or whatever. It'd be for family. I'd set the whole table. It would all be nice. But when we made a conscious decision to stop buying napkins, it was, okay, well, if we ran out of our Taco Bell napkins, we're onto the fabric ones until we get some more. And so this is great because you just throw these in the wash. I mean, it's so old school, but it's so like...
I know. Well, everything old is new again, right?
Why would we have paper ones?
You have those and you can just... Right. And honestly, when we moved to Ohio last year, cloth napkins were a housewarming gift from a friend. Like I said last episode, a lot of these things came into my life because somebody was kind enough to gift them, and they made sense, and I've kept them up.
So I do see that you also have a cloth napkin here.
Yes. I'm gonna go onto the cloth napkin as soon as I finish the kitchen.
Okay.
Which are these. Again, same friend who sent me the cloth napkins. These are 13-gallon normal size kitchen bags.
Yeah.
And it was killing me to think about all the things that I have to throw away anyway. And they're going in those plastic bags and then cinching up tight and then going to a landfill. So, oh my gosh, that was making me mental. And my friend Catherine did some research and found these compostable bags. I have to say, I was nervous because I was afraid, well, if they're compostable and something wet is in the bottom or whatever.
Hold up as well. Yeah.
We've been using them for a couple of years. Not one tear, not one mishap. They are amazing. I highly, highly recommend them.
We will be making the switch now that I know they exist.
Yes. Yeah. It's the best. It's totally the best thing. But if we go to the napkins, this is one of the cloth napkins that she sent me. This kind of brings me around to other things I keep in my purse besides my gum and the silicone baggie. I repurposed something else, came in this plastic container, but I really hate being out and either having like a chicken nugget. I don't want a plastic fork, and I don't like to eat with my hands. Okay. I don't know, it's just me.
Yeah.
Or what happens if I get a Frosty?
That's fair.
Or a DQ Blizzard or something delicious like that from Scoops in Seville.
Yeah. We love Scoops. Yeah.
I don't want to use plastic utensils.
Yeah.
I have at home some bamboo utensils if we're having people over or something like that and you're going to be having a barbecue. But this with one of my cloth napkins so they don't rattle around even.
Yeah.
Oh, I always have that. It's easy to throw into my purse.
Okay, so I do also have something similar. James will take this to work sometimes for his lunch. They are plastic because at the time I saw them, it was somewhat of an impulse buy in like the dollar section of Target or something like that. And I was like, for that price, and they're reused, like they're totally sturdy, thick, like these are going to last a really long time. Washable, reusable a gajillion times.
I'm pretty sure they will last forever.
My lifetime. Well, yes. Yeah, it's plastic.
Right? True that.
They're not compostable. So.
And they're not going to break.
Right. That's kind of,
But like people literally buy boxes of plasticware to throw into their lunch buckets and stuff.
Like, why?
And you don't need to. You have these. Yeah. It is. I know people think it's the convenience. However, the nanosecond it takes to pull that out of his lunch bucket and throw it into the dishwasher or to even hand wash. And plus also just me as a girl, I love this particular set because it's like Tiffany blue and like who doesn't love
eat,
Tiffany's?
wash, repeat. And okay, I think like there's something to be said about then you're making a conscious decision of convenience or comfort over price. And like I guess like my thing with like, oh, the economy, this and that, is you're making a choice to spend money in places. And so I mean, you could be saving money.
Yeah.
And so can we really be complaining? That's just, you know, we don't need a tangent there, but I'm just saying, again, back to like conscious buying.
Yes.
Yeah. Which this I feel like brings us maybe here.
Yeah. Or like twins, but that's on purpose. Yeah. So this was our Christmas gift, 2 of these, to James and Danielle last year because we were at Casa.
Mm-hmm.
And for my strawberry margarita, I whipped this out of my purse because
with that big one.
I have the boba straw, which for me is a margarita straw.
I love that.
And then a regular size straw. And we have talked about how glass is the most cleanable of the plastic metal. But before we would even get into that, this is also corn husk material. So at some point in time, this is
compostable,
cool. Biodegradable. One of them. It's just not plastic is all I know. But this is always in my purse.
So we've talked about Great Oaks, I think maybe in our last episode even, about their straws because they are compostable.
They're agave, and so they're compostable.
Great. But you know, we're not always as lucky to go to restaurants where we have that as an option. Now, something else to consider is, you know, people will go to a brewery and get a glass of beer and never have a straw. And so sometimes I'm like, why do we need straws all of a sudden when we don't use straws for everything? Yes. I think it makes sense if we have, you know, margarita or something with ice in it or whatever, and you don't want ice in your face as you know, whatever.
Sure.
So part of our journey was that I did used to carry like some reusable type straws in my purse. I was finding though, like they were actually metal, I think is what I had. And it was like a foldable thing in a container. I did some research about, you know, which is just, this is hard to see on my black shirt, but a metal straw and plastic is just not the most cleanly to clean, like cleaning wise.
That's like they do have the silicone straws.
Yes,
and those are
exactly.
Those are not very cleanable.
Through my journey, I've, you know, kind of just transformed from the plastic reusable to maybe even silicone at one point to metal to now glass, because this is a journey and we're always learning. And as far as, you know, easy to clean, glass is the best that I've heard.
And it's medical grade glass.
Right.
It's and it's also very thick. It's not, I mean, I have dropped one and it shattered because it was a concrete floor.
But I like your method. I mean, I think the first time I saw you using this, I'm like, okay, but how do you like pack it all up once you've used it or whatever? And yes, you could just put it back in this container and wash the whole container. But Tina, you know, wraps it in a napkin usually that's at the table.
Yeah, I try to take it to the ladies' room and run just soap and water through it, then wrap it in a napkin and take it home for the dishwasher.
And if it doesn't fit in here with the napkin, you just I gently put it in my purse and then come home and wash it. And yes, that's an added step, but I feel good about not adding plastic to our environment.
100%. I can't take it.
That's, we love that one.
I want to talk about your roller. So I'm going to bring out, we're going to the animal section.
Okay. Yeah.
of this program. First of all, I know a lot of people don't shop with reusable bags, and that means they have a lot of plastic Target bags and Giant Eagle bags and things that they have at their house. They do take the extra step. They use those to scoop the cat litter or when they're walking the dog, which I suppose is better than nothing. However, we made the decision to purchase, and again, like our kitchen bags, they make them compostable. So when we scoop the cat litter, it all goes into these bags, and I just feel better about that. Yeah. Then I never have to ask for plastic bags. And if we do have them, we save them, because every food store, and even I think like Lowe's and stuff, they have the bins where anything that's film, the thin plastic bags that things get delivered from Amazon, for example, all of that stuff goes into a bag and we recycle them.
Yes.
But those are the kitty litter bags. And also, just like with gum, they sell cat treats in those like plastic shaker bottles. And that doesn't make sense to me. So we buy them in the pouches, and then we use just a regular glass jar to keep the kitty treats.
I love that.
Yeah.
On the same lines of pet things.
Yep.
Another gift that I got from my really thoughtful husband this year was a reusable lint roller. So, okay, I've had cats since, I don't know, 2003, I think. So can you just imagine the amount of sheets, of lint rollers, and plastic handles of lint rollers that we have been through as a family? It's a lot. I mean, I wear a lot of black. I'm doing a lot of lint rolling. Okay. I saw that things like this existed and had always been kind of like hesitant, or maybe a non-believer of like, how can you reuse that a million times and it's still sticky and like it still works? But he did his research and he got me this reusable lint roller. And so it really does get sticky again after you wash it and dry it. Right now it's a little damp because I was doing a demonstration for Tina, but you just lint roll, and then I put it under the sink and just some warm water and kind of, brush off the hair, and then it's clean. And then I just kind of sit it like, that to kind of dry and air out. I will say the only downfall is that sometimes it's still wet when I like need it again. And so I think we'll just, have to get a second one.
Sure.
So I always have a rotation of a clean one, dry one, etc. But this, oh my gosh, like to know that I'm not really going to have a bunch of plastic handles ever left. And I know that they sell the refillable part with the sheets, but those sheets are still plasticky.
Yeah.
I mean, they're plastic. They're not plasticky. They are plastic. And so, I feel good about the fact that I'm not putting all those plastic sheets in my trash anymore. So I love this swap.
Yes. It did fall under pets for me because, that
makes sense. Yeah.
I wear a lot of black and have a white cat. So lint rollers are my life.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's pick one more thing that might be semi-related, and then we'll close out. And I think we'll have one more.
Well, we both use this product, so we can
This
talk.
is also... Oh, this one? Yeah.
Same.
Okay.
And these are the same
So this
thing,
is kind of kitchen-y and bathroom, but I don't know. I want to say over a year ago, we decided to switch over to a refillable like soap system.
Yes.
And so
mine came as a gift. So I have this big tin that I can reuse.
Yeah.
From this particular brand happens to be Blue Land, which is how I know you started.
Yeah.
This came out of my kitchen. I know this came out of your powder room.
Yep. But so they're tabs, and you just put the tabs in the bottom of these and you fill with water. The rest of it tells you where to stop. And their packaging is also compostable. So we just, have a little collection. We have a compost bin outside of our back door, and these just go. Sometimes I will say with things that are compostable, I'll just like rip into smaller pieces just to like speed the process up. But these just go right in the compost bin.
I love this. And I think adults, like kids, we like the foaming.
Oh, I love the foam.
Yes. These are foaming tablets. And again, we're not like, listen, for the 10 of you watching,
right.
It's not like we're getting paid. So I don't want to, we're not stuck on Blue Land. It's just how we started.
Yeah.
And I did notice that you can get a lot of these tablets from a lot of, I haven't done any research on them.
Sure.
But they make these. So once you have the glass container,
Yeah.
You can, just like we did with a lot of these products, you just shop around till you find a scent you like or a consistency you like or whatever.
And so we switched all of our soap containers over to the glass, and we just refill. So our kitchen ones are glass, the powder rooms, bathrooms, everything is now this, and they just get refilled.
Interesting. So only in our kitchen do we have the foaming one.
Oh.
But in my bathroom, I have an aluminum bottle.
Okay.
Because your mom might appreciate this, being British. Molten Brown is just a brand that I love. It's British and they have beautiful scents. And it always bothered me because it's all in plastic. And mostly I would get them as gifts from people who know I liked it. And then maybe a year ago, they came out with the aluminum bottle. So I treated myself because now they do the pouches. They never were sustainable like that. So that's in my bathroom. But then in the other places, we just bought decorative glass bottles and use pouch soap. Yeah. Again, it's imperfect. Dinah. Having a cat on set is quite the adventure. Anyway, all right. I think we can stop at the soap.
So we will see you guys back for the rest of our
sustainable products.
Yep, our eco-friendly swaps. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining us. Bye, friends.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.